The piglets are growing out nicely. We did lose one, but she had some underlying issues, something going on with her lungs as well as some other things. Gwen's a really good mom, and she can be pretty patient unless they come between her and a treat. I got my second shipment of American breast chicks and a couple really pretty laying dots. Hopefully I get more hens out of this batch. We noticed we were short on some eggs here, and they had been laying, I don't know for how long, but there were about 20 eggs in this little nest they made in the channel. I thought the blue one was going broody, so I put all the eggs in the top brooder in the chicken coop above the new chicks, and I put her up there. She never would sit on them, so I left it open. She got out, and this black one got up there, and I thought maybe she would sit on them, but I guess she was just laying an egg, so I ended up giving these eggs to the pigs. I've always heard the fly sprays don't work, but I think they do right at the beginning, so I thought I would try it. It's worth a try because they're sometimes miserable with flies. All of them seem to be doing pretty good on what I gave them in that sprayer. I can't really get a good measurement, but it's not too much and it seemed to have worked, so we'll see how long it works. I've put all 3 turkeys back together. They had to fight it out that first day, but they seem to be fine now. I need that other pen for when these roosters all grow up, the new batch of chicks. About July is when I start to feel bad for Katniss again, and I want to get all this wool off of her. She did exceptionally well on the stand this time and seems to know that it's going to help her. I had the time today and shaved down Senna, and tomorrow I'll have to shave Finnick down. Senna did exceptionally well as well. My inspector Lizzie had to come and see what happened and make sure everything was okay. We came to check the cows on June 29th on the mesquite lease. You can see it borders the lake here. They get the breeze off of the lake and it's under the trees, so they were enjoying it here. Just off of that is a little inlet from the lake that gets pretty low and it can get stagnant. It also hadn't been raining for a while. The drought and prolonged heat from last year didn't help this story, but the following story is about this algae here. We were told to get our trailer and come get our cows as soon as possible, and they would explain it when we got there. The cows were already corralled by Cooper, who runs cattle out there as well. He had lost his bull and 4 cows from a cyanobacteria that was released by an algae bloom in that water. If they drink it, they're dead within 24 hours. There was coagulated blood coming out of the bull's nose and rear. He called 3 different vets and had it confirmed. I've since called the extension agency, and there's just not good testing for it. The vet's opinion means a little bit more to me than having a test done because of how inaccurate it can be, but it was scary enough. I was worried for the whole next day. All of our cows are still alive, but now we are left with 11 cows on our property, but at least they're still alive. I think we've got more than enough grass for all of them. We just felt really bad for Cooper, especially because he was about to take that bull to auction and get him some new bloodlines. But look at great-grandma's peppermint patty. She's still got it. They had to fight it back out again to find their pecking order, but everybody's calm now. Crockett's definitely happy to have more ladies there. Even though we have 11 cows now on this property, we still cut the grass because the newer growth has a higher nutrient density than the older stuff from early spring. We also need to keep the goat weed down because it's a weed and worthless. We should have enough grass for all of them until the water cools down and we can get them moved back to the mesquite, even though I'm scared for that. Rest assured, we will make sure it's safe before we move any more cows over there. This is the orchard back in the back that hadn't been touched by cattle or mower. I think it was a couple days after we moved the cattle, we got 3/4 of an inch of rain. I still wouldn't have trusted it over there. If you'll think back to last year and how horrible the garden was, it's so much better this year. This is cantaloupe up in the front, and then I have squash and zucchini, just all my summer squash there. It's doing amazing. We got these sleeves for harvesting squash without getting the itchy parts on us from my brother and sister-in-law, and they're super cute. And after I put 7 dust on everything, the squash bugs are gone. This is my spaghetti squash, and it's going crazy. This is my first vining crop I've ever had go up any kind of distance over here, so I will be planting that again, even though I'm sure we won't eat that much. These icebox watermelons are going crazy, and we've got quite a few watermelons. This cherry tomato is going crazy. It's a perfect example of what an indeterminate tomato looks like. This is my sweet potatoes. They are established and they should be going crazy now. All of the tomatoes are doing pretty well. Some of them have fallen over. We kind of cut the cages a little bit shorter. My strawberries are not doing well. I haven't figured out how to water them correctly. I've been having to water them by hand. Here's more canning tomatoes. In front of that, more tomatoes. Here's my zinnias, and the butterflies freaking love them. I love having flowers in my garden, even though Derek doesn't love it. He just doesn't want me to dedicate beds to flowers. The cucumbers got mealybugs, which are really hard to kill, and powdery mildew, and I just kind of let them go because I don't like them, and Derek wasn't eating them. But then I found out the pigs really liked them, so I pulled all these and started a second crop of them.